Ladies and gentlemen, it is a big, weird, wild world out there, folks, and here we stand, al pie del cañón, ready for anything. I'm Rob Grams, and you're listening to...
The ProBoh Show!
That's right, boys and girls, you're listening to the one and only ProBoh Show, and what a show we have today. We are going to go in the second half of the show and ask 100 humans why a party's host might ask them to leave. Then we go to Mississippi, where a TV news anchor is taken off air in Complete the News. And we find out about a woman who survived a factory explosion. Woo, serious stuff. Then, of course, in the first half of the show, we have unpopular opinion today, a brilliant one. In the region of lying, what constitutes a lie or not. People on Instagram had ideas. They had ideas. They did come to a consensus, but the margin was very slim. So let's see what you guys think. And that's what's coming up in today. A fun-packed ProBoh show, guys. If you want to interact with the show, in the times where we're not broadcasting live, you can do that on my Instagram at Professional Bohemian. That's at @Professional Bohemian, Bohemio Profesional, pero en inglés. If you want to join us live this week and this week alone, we are doing the shows at 6 p.m. Central European Time. So if you're lucky enough, just like Gandalf and Born to Iron Man right here, and you have that time free, do come and join us live and contribute to the interaction and, basically the show is built around you guys talking to me, not me talking to you guys. All right, with all that said, welcome. If you want to join us live, by the way, that URL is twitch.tv/Professional Bohemian. Are you seeing a pattern emerging? You should be. So how am I? I've had actually, work-wise, a really busy day, but it was nice. It was quiet. There was no one in the office. It was basically just me and Fitz, you might know, a fellow radio DJ at Vaughan Radio, who was also in, like, Semana Santa. Guys, if you're not Spanish, basically, if there's a holiday, the streets turn into The Walking Dead. There's, like, basically no one around. Everyone's just gone away. Which means, like, the only people on the streets are either English speakers or those people who are saving up their holidays for summer. And, of course, it's Easter, right? Let's see what people are saying in the chat. Hi there, ProBoh, says Born to Iron Man. I've just wrapped up my day. Oh, Born to Iron Man. Me too, dude. I don't consider this part of my day. Like, as you know, this is my kind of podcast, my show. And I do this por el amor del arte, as they say in Spanish, for the love of the game, I guess is the best translation in English. Avoiding work at the moment, says Gandalf. Best kind of work. The work you can avoid. Dude, I've just been sat in front of a screen, basically bashing my head against a video file until it edits itself. It's not been the most productive, let me tell you. And what else is going on in Robland? Dude, I have this, like, you're in my home right now. You're in my home studio. I'm being bullied by a mosquito. I don't know how the hell it's gotten into my house. I am like a mosquito magnet, man. I'm like a mosquito magnet. They find me. Like, if you're with me, it's like I'm like a mosquito repellent, simply because they won't bite you. They'll just bite me. And I was going to do a little internet search here to find out why do mosquitoes bite me? There it is. Mosquitoes can not only smell our sweat. Basically, I'm a sweaty man, thanks Google. Like, my self-esteem needed that attack. Studies show they're attracted to lactic acid and ammonia. Lactic acid. I am not lactating. I don't know what lactic acid is. Obviously something found in sweat. And ammonia found in it. Therefore, the more you sweat, whether you naturally sweat excessively or you have just finished exercising, the more attractive you are to mosquitoes. Kind of wishing I didn't read that live on air, because now you all know I'm an excessively sweaty man, but that's it. You know what I mean? Can't be anyone else. I've tried. Yeah. So yeah, I've been, I'm getting mauled by mosquitoes. And yesterday we did a little pre-game before we went on the show because I asked people on Instagram to ask me some questions, and they got back to me. And through the show, before that post disappeared, someone asked me, "Why are you so full of beans?" Now that story's disappeared now, so I can't figure out who it was. But if you were the person who asked that, normally I'm full of beans in the show. Because I'm quite literally full of beans, coffee beans. Right now, my energy is at a low. People say they notice it. They notice the difference between the morning show and when I record the show in the afternoon because the energy is a little more chill. And that's because at this time of night, guys, by this time of night, Uncle Rob is ready to put his slippers, his zapatillas de casa on, turn on an episode of whatever the hell reality TV thing I'm addicted to. And chill the hell out. Okay, you know what, guys? Enough talking about me. You know, I'm here, you're here. Let's take a look at the news. I did actually have some interesting news bits for today. There was one here, and I think it's intended. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I haven't had much time today to kind of vet the news. So I have some headlines, and we're going to discover it live, me and you. Okay, so this is from Euronews.com. A man ends his life. He commits suicide after an AI chatbot encouraged him to sacrifice himself to stop climate change. Is that not the most terrifying news story you've ever heard in your entire life? A man kills himself because an AI chatbot encouraged him to sacrifice himself to stop climate change. Dude, what the hell was this? I nearly swore then. What the hell was this guy doing that he's so problematic? Like him not being here anymore. That's it. Climate change over, guys. Ice caps are refreezing. But this is true. This is a Belgian man who reportedly committed suicide after a 6-week-long conversation about the climate crisis with artificial intelligence chatbot. Dude, I mean, to be fair, if I had a 6-week-long conversation with anybody, I'd want to kill myself. Particularly a human. But you know, maybe this isn't a problem of the chatbot. Maybe this is a problem of what the hell is he having a 6-week-long conversation with it for? According to his widow, who chose to remain anonymous, he became extremely eco-anxious and found refuge in an AI chatbot in an app called Chai. I don't know, have you ever used Chai before? Dude, is this a story about the dangers of AI, or is this a story about, like, Darwinism? Yeah, I'm going to get complaints about that. But come on, I mean, look. If you're taking the advice of an AI chatbot that seriously, then there are some more deep-seated issues. Now, it is true that the number one contributor to the climate crisis is, as far as most sources would agree, is humans. But I wouldn't encourage anyone to take their own life. So yeah, that happened. Other AI news. A really interesting article, I did read this today, from Vanity Fair. The title being, Big Tech Companies Are Testing How Far They Can Slash Their Staff. They're actually testing with how few staff can they continue in operation. Let me read you the byline here. Even as Elon Musk has upended Twitter, he's caused chaos in Twitter, the site with thousands fewer employees is still functioning. Meta, being Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp, Meta, Google, Amazon are operating with dramatically scaled back workforces. With AI on the rise, the industry may not be getting those jobs back. Yeah, I mean, we saw this, right? We reported heavily on Elon's taking over of Twitter, and when he fired a massive percentage of Twitter employees. Let's see. Nessa Finessa is here, but having trouble chatting, so helping her out. Okay, perfect. Thank you, Gandalf. And a big hello to Nessa Finessa. We chat a lot on Instagram. She's awesome. Last year, mere days after Elon Musk purchased Twitter for $44 billion, I think he's recently actually admitted that he probably paid 50% too much. I would argue that number's more like 70% too much, but whatever. He did something that seemed to shock everyone and yet should have shocked no one. He took a flamethrower to the company. Basically, he dismantled so much of the company's workforce. I think they lost around 50%, and it's true, Twitter is still working. So it makes you wonder, like, how many people in Silicon Valley are actually 100% necessary. What's up, Ravdos, joining us from Illinois. We have Gandalf joining us from North Carolina. Born to Iron Man from right here in Spain. Oh my God. Oh my God. We are blessed with the riches of people today. Okay, so that coming out of Vanity Fair, painting a very dim view of the future of working in big tech. It later goes on to talk about artificial intelligence and how that will play a part in even further job cuts in the tech industry. Dudes, I watched a YouTube video. If I remember, I'll post this in my Patreon later. I watched a YouTube video of a guy with no programming experience, like myself, a Luddite, right? With ChatGPT, code of a JavaScript video game. Now, I understand that most of you listening to this, watching this, will have some cursory knowledge of coding, and you're going to say, that's not hard, Rob, to make a platform game like Mario. That's not hard to do in JavaScript. Understand that to me, that is magic, right? And I watched this guy, another guy like me, who thinks it's magic, type into ChatGPT to produce code. And parts of the code didn't work, so we went back to ChatGPT. This doesn't work. How can I fix it? Dude, impressive. Impressive. And that's just in one area of work, my friends. That's just in one area. And in other news, let's keep it optimistic before we go to today's unpopular opinion. For the first time, this is coming from Popular Science. I believe that's popularscience.com. For the first time, renewable energy generation beat coal in the US. Ole. That's what I have to say. Big round of applause. For the first time ever, renewable energy generation beat out coal. Last year, US renewable electricity generation surpassed coal for the first time, according to newly released federal data. The report marks a major milestone in the transition to clean energy, but experts say that much faster progress is needed to reach international climate targets. Dude, we can't have anything nice, can we? Look what we've done. It's not good enough. Go away. I appreciate the game, but come on, climate scientists, a little pat on the back, right? How are we doing in the chat over here? ProBoh, says Ravdos. How are you doing, my dude? Gandalf, well, if 20% of the people do 80% of the work, then about 25% should be good. Yeah, maybe you can actually fire more. Who knows? Born to Iron Man, it sounds like a sect modus operandi. Do you remember mass suicide at Jonestown? Yeah, we're talking about the AI thing, right? Like a lot of people, I've seen various guys, because I found that article on Reddit, and all the comments were like, this is the start of AI killing humans. No. This is the same old story of humans killing humans. You know what I mean? I mean, come on. It's much more about Darwinism than it is about Terminator 2, Judgment Day. Let's see what else is there in the chat. You can tell it was coded by ChatGPT, though. Usually it has a lot of bugs and security issues. I will post the video if I remember. I'll write a note now. Video game. All right. I will post the video. You guys tell me. Like, this guy is, not too dissimilar from your average Joe who's never seen JavaScript before, who doesn't really write HTML or CSS, goes from nothing to a functional platforming game. And it's incredible. He admits that it took him hours and hours going back and forth with ChatGPT, but eventually it did work. And for me, that's crazy, because we're at ChatGPT 4. Like, a couple of years ago, ChatGPT didn't exist. A lot like in the future where we'll be saying, remember when there were jobs? Do you remember when we could all work for a living? Before the 1% were the only people working and we were literal slaves. Do you remember that? All right, guys, you know what? With all that said, let's go to an unpopular opinion.
Unpopular opinion.
Okay, what is an unpopular opinion? Let me enlighten you folks. An unpopular opinion is a brain fart. Un pedo cerebral, un pedo mental. Basically, every day I have a brain fart. I share it with you on my social media. If you want to see those and vote on them, you can go to my Instagram at Professional Bohemian, Professional Bohemian. Bohemio Profesional, pero en inglés. You go there, you vote, and then we here live in the studio, we are the ones that decide whether it's true or it's false. Let's see. The main thing with knowing how to program is how to fix bugs and errors in programming. I'm not sure you would get ChatGPT to do that. I mean, you are, like, Gandalf here is actually an expert in this kind of thing. So I'm going to be really curious to hear what you say about that video. Because it blew me away, man. I was like, I mean, the guy himself looked quite shocked at what he'd managed to pull off. Eventually, coal will be surpassed by renewable energy. Otherwise, God catchers confessed. Nessa joining us. How are you doing? She made it work, folks. She made it work. And here she is chatting with us live. How are you doing? Okay, so today's unpopular opinion is... Okay, let's see. It is omission. Omisión, would you say in Spanish? I don't know. Do I give myself a nivelazo? I don't dare, just in case I'm wrong. Omission is the same as lying. Omission. In fact, we call them lies of omission in English. Omission is the same as lying. So leaving out information is just as bad as lying. Do you want to know what they said on Instagram, folks? Do you want to know what they said on Instagram? On Instagram, they said false. It's not the same as lying, they say. They say it's completely different. Let's look at the pro and con arguments for a second, because you're going to tell me, is omission the same as lying? You know, anyone who voted false there, liars. Covering their own tracks, whatever. How do you sleep at night? Let's see. Those who disagree are the liars, says Ravdos. Agreed. You get a...
ProBoh approved.
Gandalf, we actually have talked about would we hire someone that is good enough at ChatGPT to program code who does not know how to program, possibly? Wow. Those conversations are happening, Gandalf. That's scary. You know, OpenAI's ChatGPT chatbot was blocked in Italy over privacy concerns. That was almost news yesterday for me. Yeah, I did hear about that. But then I dug a little deeper. Yeah, in fact, I'll tell you what, we'll do that news tomorrow and we'll dive into that story. Born to Iron Man. Okay, so lies of omission are just the same as lying. It's lying, agreeing with that statement. Intent to deceive. Deliberately omitting or leaving out information can be an attempt to deceive or manipulate someone's understanding of a situation which is similar or the same as lying. Okay, impact. Consequences of omitting information, leaving out information, can be just as significant as those of lying, leading to misunderstandings, misinformed decisions, or harm to others. Both lying and omission can undermine trust and honesty in relationships, as both involve withholding the truth from others, And then finally, ethical considerations. From an ethical standpoint, intentionally omitting relevant information can be considered dishonest, particularly when it's done for personal gain or to avoid negative consequences. Disagreeing, the false argument. The 55% of the people who are liars themselves that voted on the poll. What do they think? Okay, here we go. There are degrees of dishonesty. Oh my God, these. If you think like that, well, we'll get to you later. Okay, degrees of dishonesty. Omission and lying can be seen as different degrees of dishonesty, with lying being a more direct and intentional act of deception, while omission might be more passive or subtle. Again, arguing against. The context and circumstance surrounding an omission can determine its moral implications. Sometimes omitting information can be a justifiable act to protect someone's feelings or privacy. Still makes it lying, though. You can also lie to protect someone's feelings. Anyway, sorry. I will stop with the editorial comments. Finally, people may unintentionally omit information because they forget or don't realize its importance, which is not the same as intentionally lying, which is a fair point. And omission can sometimes fall into a moral grey area where the act may not be black and white as lying, leaving room for interpretation and nuance. All right, friends, what do you think? Let's see what the chat is saying. It depends, but I think in general 90% it is. Me too. Because you know what? If you forget, it's not a lie of omission, it's forgetting. If you purposefully leave out information, you're lying. You know, there was this brilliant politician many years ago. He was a vegan. You know, he dabbled in painting. He was quite the artist. His name was Adolf Hitler, you know what I mean? Obviously, if you leave out information, you are totally misleading someone about the truth of a certain situation or event. Let's see. Gandalf, the nuance of omission is the foundation of evil. Dude, amen. Like, the demons live in that moral grey area, don't they? That's where the demons live. You know? Omission includes intent to deceive. Otherwise, it's forgetfulness. Exactly. It is all about intent. If you are omitting information consciously, then you are lying. You are omitting facts to paint a situation, a person, anything, in a way that is beneficial to you as the person perpetuating the lie, or the omission in this case, which makes it a lie, doesn't it? Is this not black and white? This blew my mind today when I saw the Instagram poll. 55% said false. You know, I would worry if you were those people's partners, honestly. Let's see, Nessa. Yes, that was my 10%. You're right, said Nessa. Exactly. Look, I open the doors to 10% of people who just forget, you know? Or the conversation moves on and you couldn't finish, talking about whatever it is. So you omit the information, and it just so happens that that information was crucial to understanding the full in and out of the situation, the story. That's not a lie, is it? That's just not having enough time or forgetting. When you purposely leave out information, that's when it becomes a lie. You know? You've all heard the famous meme, you versus the man she told you not to worry about. Dude, that was my life up until recently. No, you shouldn't worry. There's nothing to worry about there. A lie of omission. I mean, in that case, it's just a plain lie, isn't it? And I'm an idiot. Let's see. Now, to omit things, hell yeah. I omit things all the time. That is how I don't piss everyone off. Yeah, look, we did make a point in the con column, right? in the disagreeing column that, sometimes this is done to preserve someone's feelings, but you can lie to preserve someone's feelings. You know what I mean? Oh no, you look beautiful in that dress. Actually, I shouldn't have another coffee. Doesn't make it any less of a lie, does it? It's still a lie. The moral twos and fro's of whether lying is always bad. I mean, I think we actually did that on a previous show. That's a different conversation. Just because you can omit facts to preserve someone's feelings doesn't make it any less of a lie. That's my point. And guys, I'm not going to tell you if it's right or not. You are going to tell me. I will post a poll in the chat. Guys, there are so many things you could have been doing today, but instead of doing those things, you decided to take the time to spend some time with me, and it means the absolute world. I will see you in a few minutes. Hey guys, if you'd like to support the show, you can do so on Patreon. That's patreon.com/professional bohemian. There you'll find VODs of the episodes as they are recorded live, blogs, vlogs, and behind-the-scenes content. If you'd like to watch the show live, you can do so on twitch.tv/professional bohemian, and you can participate in the polls we use in the show on Instagram @professional bohemian or Twitter @ProBoh, ProBoh. Okay, on with the show.
The ProBoh Show!
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the show. You're listening to the ProBoh Show in its second half. How are you doing out there? For those of you lucky enough to be joining us live, it is currently around 6:30 Central European Time. If you're listening to this on the radio, sadly you're listening to a recording from last night's show, but you can catch it tonight at 6 p.m. From the ProBoh Studios in the heart of Madrid. Sounds really cool, but it's actually the ProBoh Studio is my house. Okay, so if you just tuned in, what did you miss? We looked at a man who, sadly, I shouldn't have joked about it. I feel bad now. Sadly committed suicide after a 6-week-long conversation with an AI chatbot. And the chatbot encouraged him to kill himself to stop climate change. Dude, I just imagine this guy is outside spraying aerosol cans. Shh! Kill yourself. I mean, I don't know what he was doing to cause more pollution than the rest of us, but the chatbot knew. The chatbot knew something we didn't. And then what else did we look at? We looked at, for the first time in the US, renewable energy generation beat coal last year. I mean, that's a massive feat. So congratulations to all our American listeners out there. And what else? We also took a little look at a Vanity Fair article talking about big tech companies slashing their staff, basically firing a ton of people and still functioning pretty well, and what that means for the future, especially now that AI is on the scene. And then after that, we went to today's unpopular opinion, which was omission is the same as lying. But before we get into that, I just wanted to share something with you guys. Something quite important. Friends, for some reason today, we've broken our download record on the podcast. More downloads than we've ever had before today. I don't know why that is, but I'm certainly very, very happy about it. So thank you so much. If you're one of the people out there that share the podcast or you see my videos and you're sharing those, dude, I am so appreciative. Thank you so much. Honestly, means the world, because I put a lot of effort into the show. It's easy to put a lot of effort in because I enjoy it so much, but it means the world to have seen that today. So thank you. And also, my secret YouTube channel for the ProBoh Show. And there is one. It doesn't have much content there. I just upload the videos that my podcast provider gives me. But yeah, I got its 60th subscriber. And because I don't promote it at all, so it's quite nice to see that happen too. Yeah, if you want to find that channel, by the way, it's not a secret. I just don't promote it very much. If you go to YouTube, you type The ProBoh Show, you'll find me there. You'll find my big bald face. Can't miss me. Okay, and finally, okay, let's get back into today's unpopular opinion, shall we? Omission is not the same as lying. Let's scroll up and see what people were saying in the chat. Gandalf said, so yeah, we caught the end part of what Gandalf was saying, or the beginning part. I omit things all the time. That's how I don't piss everyone off. Yeah, I mean, that is a massive part of being a social creature, right? People don't say that. Like, maybe we will return to, as an unpopular opinion, lying isn't always bad. I can't right now, because I've experienced quite a lot of lying in my life recently, and I don't want to kind of put that bad mojo on myself. But there is an argument to be made that lying is not always bad. To be a social creature often means preserving the feelings of others on a one-to-one basis, right? So lying is not always bad. Sometimes you're just trying to preserve the peace, you know? Okay, let's see. But I still think it's a lie, but I own it, you know? So that's a very respectable point there from Gandalf. Ravdos says, yeah, pretty sure everyone is not breaking their back to protect others' feelings. Have you seen social media? Dude, that is a weird phenomenon of social media. Because of the anonymity of certain platforms, people are just so much more cruel and outspoken and mean there. Because I'm sure, like, I've had some horrendous comments because most of my videos, my short form videos, are kind of out of context and can be seen from a certain light, a little offensive. Dude, some of the comments that I'm sure if these people saw me in real life, there is no way they would say that to my face. Like, one example that always sticks in my mind is a video I posted about not liking horses. And some guy called me a bigot. You're a bigot. What, for not liking horses? Get yourself a dictionary. Anyway, so yeah, I understand what you're saying, but it's still, as you quite rightly say, it's still a lie, right? Born to Iron Man says, Lance Armstrong won 7 Tour de France versus Lance Armstrong won 7 Tours de France using or doping. Yeah. I mean, the omission there is important, right? For context. That's the thing. That's what makes it a lie. If you rob a situation of its context, you know, you paint it in a different light. I'm so excited to be here, says Nessa Vanessa. How you doing? So excited to have you here. I don't usually get to attend as it happens before I get up, says Gandalf. Yeah, it's nice to be back in the evening to catch up with all the people who used to participate when I used to record this show in the evening. But it's beautiful to have you here, guys. Thank you so much. I'm an evening ProBoh Show chatter and have been away since the live show was in the mornings. That's why I'm so glad to be back. So glad that you made it back, Nessa. I live in the US, so it's noon here for me. It was my pleasure. That's awesome, Gandalf. I'm so glad that we've got the American contingent of our audience back this week. And you know what? I honestly thought it would the podcast numbers would suffer. But look at that. Highest podcast numbers on record for me today. So thank you so much for that. As long as it's to keep the peace and not to deceive. Still deception, even if you're keeping the peace. It's still a lie. You know what I mean? Not sure he knows what bigot means. Exactly, Gandalf. But I still hate lies. Who doesn't, man? Who doesn't? Especially, like, recently it's been a bit of a prescient issue in my personal life. So yeah, I'm a very anti-lie right now. But I'll be honest, there is a part of my lizard brain that recognizes the fact that lies in their very nature, not every lie that we tell in our lives is bad. How was the dinner? Delicious. How was the dinner? It was mediocre at best and too salty. Why? Well, I mean, you know, there's no point in being honest all the time. And I often would prefer a small white lie to brutal honesty. And there's a difference between honesty and brutal honesty. I recognize that. Maybe we'll do a show about lying soon, because it is a fascinating topic. Do these pants make me look fat, says Gandalf? The question that has never been answered honestly. Not if you care about preserving your own peace. No. The only answer to that question is no. They make you look beautiful. All right, should we get to the results of the vote? So remember, on Instagram, 55% of people said false. It's not really a lie. Omission is not really a lie. Okay, let's get the drum roll going. 100% of you watching live said it is a lie. Oh, look at that. See, it's it's the stream folks. The stream people are the honest people. Are we going to be surprised that Instagram are like, lying's not so bad? Look at anyone's Instagram stream. It looks like their life. It looks like they don't poo, for a start, and we spend such a long part of our life in the bathroom. It's crazy. They never sleep. They just spend their whole lives in exotic locations on a beach with friends. Let's face it, most of our lives are mediocre at best. Instagram is the platform of lies. Min is joining us. How are you doing, Min? Welcome, welcome. I'm here on time, says Min. Yeah. You're on time for the second quarter of the show. Let's say, no, Rob, you can't say that. I can't say what? That not all lies are bad. I kind of believe that to be true, even though my experience with people who lie has not been good recently. I don't know. We may do that this week as an unpopular opinion, because it is interesting to get into. I can verify you have been here the whole time, says Gandalf. Okay, it's 2 against 1. Min was here before I was. I just made my presence clear at a fashionable time, says Min. Welcome. All right. So there we go. Those are the results of the poll. 100% of you. True. Omission is just the same as lying. And I agree. All right, guys. You know what we're going to do? We're going to go to 100 humans. Oh my God, friends. It was a long walk to work today, and I encountered 100 humans. And I asked them all a question. Today's question was, name a reason the host of a party might ask you to leave, or ask a guest to leave. Name a reason the host of a party might ask a guest to leave. I asked them that question. They gave me their answers. I have the top 7 answers right here. Your job in the chat and at home is to identify those top 7 answers. Nessa says, I was saying about the pants looking beautiful. I get you. You can't answer. If someone asks you, does this dress make me look fat? There is literally no good answer. There is one answer that is acceptable, and that is no. No, they don't. But there is no good answer. Because if you say no, the response is, you're just saying that. If you say yes, the response is you flying out of a three-story window. To my experience, that's how that goes. That's how that conversation goes. All right, so I asked 100 humans to name a reason a party's host might ask you to leave. Let's go. All right. Ravdos kicking us off today. Ravdos with drunk. They asked you to leave because you're drunk. I'm not drunk. I'm perfectly fine. Dude, what kind of a party is it if you don't expect people to get drunk? I mean, don't get me wrong. If it's a child's birthday, I get it. You know what I mean? But come on, 100 humans. Is it there? Would a host ask you to leave if you were drunk? It's there. Ravdos taking the lead. Ravdos with how many people? With 45 of the 100 humans saying drunk. That is the number one answer. Congratulations, sir. Dude. Ravdos killed it yesterday. I have a feeling he's going to kill it again today. All right, let's continue. Fighting, says Min. We all know the parties Min is going to. Min exclusively parties in Fight Club. He won't tell you about it. It's the second rule. Oh no, it's the first rule. Second rule is no smoking. That's a little Fight Club joke for you all. Keeping it relevant for the kids. Okay, is fighting there? Fighting. Reasons a host might ask you to leave the party. Fighting. Whoa. Min killing it. Min is killing it with a number 2 answer. Well done, Min. 18 of 100 humans said that. That's number 2. Congratulations. All right. Let's continue. Being myself, says Gandalf. If we're honest, that would get me kicked out of a party too. Being myself. Is it there? Surprisingly, it's not. Being myself. All right. Let's see. Let's continue. Nuria Tam's here. How are you doing, Nuria Tam? Welcome. Okay. Harassing people. Harassing people. You know what? Who said harassing people? It was Min. You know what, Min? I'm going to give it to you. The 100 humans today on my walk to work, they said a lack of manners or being annoying. I say that constitutes harassing people. And Min, it's the number 3 answer. Well done to you. You've had answered number 2 and number 3. Congratulations. I know. You guys are being all intelligent today, making me feel dumb. To be fair, it's not that hard. All right, let's see. Being loud. Being loud. When I referred to being me, getting me kicked out of the party, this is what I was referring to. A couple of beers. Okay, being loud. Is it there? I asked 100 humans to name reasons a party's host might ask you to leave. Being loud. Is it there? What? Gandalf, it's there. It's the number 4 answer with 9 of 100 humans saying being loud. Okay, you've got 3 more to get. You've actually gotten these answers in order. It's quite impressive. You can't see the list, can you? Okay. If there's no good answer, don't ask the question. Okay, being a party pooper. Being a party pooper. In Spanish, they say agua fiestas, right? Is that right? Agua fiestas? I'm going to give myself a nivelazo.
Nivelazo.
And then I'll take it away if it was wrong. Agua fiesta? I think it's agua fiestas. A party pooper. Is being a party pooper there? I'm sorry. Let's see, but I'd rather you tell the truth. You know, people say that, Nessa, until you do. It's true. I actually saw a really great... We're getting back into lying again. Okay, I'll tell you what, we'll definitely do lying as an unpopular opinion this week. Okay, let's see. Being inappropriate. Yeah, no, I can't really give you that one. Sorry. I can't give you being inappropriate. There are a couple of those that would either generate one of the answers or is a part of being inappropriate, but they're not there. You've only got 3 more to guess. Because you're dogging. I think I know what that means. And it's not there, Min. Sorry. Okay, Min says, because you stink, leave my party, says Nessa Vanessa. Because of body odor. Is it there? We all know now, because of the mosquito thing, I'm an extremely sweaty man. Is body odor there? No, it's not. Okay, Min says, because you were party crashing. Because you were crashing the party. You weren't invited. Basically, you weren't invited. Get the hell out. Is not being invited there? Whoa, Min. Well done. Okay, 2 more answers to go. We have because it's too late from Nuriatam. That's a great answer. Because it's too late. What time do you call this? The party is over. It's a great answer. But it's not there. What else do we have? We have turning up totally naked, says Born to Iron Man. Obviously, showing up to the wrong parties. No, I think that one's next door. Turning up totally naked, not there. Because you broke something, that's not there either. I don't like you, leave my party, says Nessa. Not there either. You started talking politics, that's also me at every goddamn party. None of those guys. None of those are there. Min says, because you're doing drugs. I want to go to the parties Min is going to. Everyone's fighting and high. Because you're doing drugs. I'll tell you what, it's not there. But some people, a certain type of person might come if you're doing that. Someone might call these people. There's a little bit of a clue. If you're doing drugs, someone might make a call and then party's over. Let's see. Playing reggaeton. Oh, you get a ProBoh approved.
ProBoh approved.
You get a ProBoh approved for that. Nessa, but sadly, it's not there. Trusky says farting. Also not there. You know what I mean? You wouldn't kick someone out of a party for farting, would you? I don't know. That is an evil Atho Raw, but not so much all the others. Thank you, Nessa. Making out or having sex at the party. I think Gandalf. That was Gandalf. I think who said turning up naked? Gandalf and Born to Iron Man are going to the same kind of parties. Is having sex there? You guys are going to the good parties. All right, let's see. Stealing something. Stealing something says Ravdos. Is it there? Gandalf says someone calls the police, or Min says the cops were invited by the neighbours. So the cops, the police show up. Is the police showing up there? It's official, guys. You're killing it. You're killing it. Cops showing up is there. It's the 5th most popular answer, meaning you only have one more to get. And now I'm reading it. Did anyone say this before? Okay, all right. So here we go. I'm going to set the scene for you so you can get this last answer. It's not a house party. Maybe it's a kid's party. Or a very posh, kind of more business event. And you are saying things. In fact, didn't Gandalf say it? Oh no, he said acting inappropriately. So you're saying things that are generally seen as bad, maybe for a kid's party. They are the kind of words that I can't say on the radio, but occasionally on the stream when I'm not recording. What kind of things would you be saying? Come on, I've made it so easy. Come on. I'd hope you'd get kicked out of a kid's party if you were showing up totally naked, says Min. Yeah, me too. Okay, here we go. Min says cursing. Ravdos says using profanities. We could say using bad language, right? Is it there? Of course it is. Of course it is. You don't want to be there with Bozo the Clown saying, you clown. All right, you know what we should do, friends? We should look at the list. All right, you guys are watching the stream. You can see them all here. Let's go down from 7 to 1. Okay, I asked 100 humans to name a reason a host might ask you to leave a party. In number 7. Get smelly in here with all these 100 humans. They'll leave soon. Okay. In position number 7, because you weren't invited. You're a party crasher. Get out. In position number
6.
we have using bad language, using profanities or bad words. Gandalf says, so now I know cursing is not inappropriate. Okay, in position number
5.
we had the cops, the police show up. In position number
4.
we had you're being too loud. Turn it down, bald man. You're being too loud. You're at a 10 and I need you at a 7. Someone has actually said that to me once. And I thought it was so creative I wasn't even angry. In position number
3.
was bad manners. Bad manners or you're being annoying. In position number
2.
you're picking fights. Like, this is a party. We don't want any fighting here. And finally, in position number
1.
we had drunk. Congratulations to Ravdos. Dude, I don't want to go to a party where I'm not encouraged to be drunk. Like, I don't. It's not like I don't want to be kicked out for being drunk. I don't want to be actively discouraged from getting drunk. It's like half the reason to go to a party is to stand in the kitchen, smoke cigarettes, not talk to anyone, and get quietly drunk on the booze that everyone else has brought. That's my modus operandi, folks. All right, you know what we're going to do, friends? We're going to go to complete the news.
Complete
Oop.
the news.
Spoilers. All right, hopefully you didn't read that. I pressed the wrong button, friends. I pressed the wrong damn button. Okay. I don't want to go to a party where I'm discouraged from having sex. Just saying, says Ravdos. No, says Gandalf.
ProBoh approved.
You know, me neither. I mean, the chances are slim, but I still don't want it to be taken off the table immediately. All right, here we go. So, complete the news. How does this work? If you're one of the people who are watching the show right now, and I can see there are a few of you, but you're not all talking, maybe you're too nervous to type and express your opinions, well, let me tell you something, guys. This is your moment, because all you have to write is A, B, or C. We only have enough time for one of these pieces of news today. Okay. So, I'm going to give you a titular, a headline, leaving off some important information. Here goes. In fact, we're going to do piece of news number 2 because you saw number 1. A woman who survived a factory explosion said blank saved her life. A woman who survived a factory explosion said blank saved her life. Is it A, Jesus saved her life? Is it B, a vat, or a big pot, you could call it, a vat of liquid chocolate? Or is it C, the survival expert Bear Grylls? Okay, there you go. Those are your options. A woman who survived a factory explosion said blank saved her life. Was it A, Jesus, B, a vat of liquid chocolate, or C, the survival expert Bear Grylls? I mean, let's be fair, Jesus saves everyone's life, doesn't he? On a daily basis. He's just that kind of... He's a good dude. A vat of liquid chocolate. Surely she would have drunk it all first. Or the survival expert Bear Grylls. Has he ever given tips on surviving a factory explosion? Maybe. Okay, the votes are in. Maybe the fireman was called Jesus. Oh, Nessa Finessa.
ProBoh approved.
Good shout. Okay, it seems to be everyone. I will salute Chusky for being the only person to say Bear Grylls. Everybody else. Oh no, and Gandalf, I salute you too for saying Jesus. Amen, brother. Everyone else, all the rest of the votes went to B. Let's see if they're correct. Get a drum roll. Woman who survived a factory explosion said liquid chocolate saved her life. Well done. You got me, guys. You got me. You got me. It was a woman in Pennsylvania She was pulled alive from the rubble of a chocolate factory after the explosion happened. Her life was saved by landing in a vat of liquid chocolate. Unbelievable. She was pulled out. The dark liquid extinguished her arm because her arm was on fire. And she was later saved by firefighters and firemen. And as Nessa said, maybe one of them was called Jesus, making A right too. Who knows? Who knows, friends? I certainly don't. Guys, a lot of things you could have been doing today. Instead of doing those things, you spent the time with me, and it means the absolute world. Thank you so much for being here, and I will see all of you tomorrow.